Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast for this May the 25th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Thursday out there where everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the tropical Atlantic satellite loop there. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Friday and Saturday, and also the excessive rainfall total from the Weather Prediction Center for today, Friday, and your Saturday. Okay, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos. Hopefully by Saturday. I only need 12 more subscribers to make it to 400. So if anybody out there knows anybody, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and you get my forecast twice a day. I do it twice a day on here. I do it in the early afternoon, early evening, so you get a chance to see what changes between about a 6-hour period. Then I do it the next day, same time pretty much. So I do it constantly about the same time every day. So, and like I said, everybody so far enjoys my weather forecast, and I hope everybody continues to do so. And like I said, I need more subscribers. If I can get more, I need all the help I can get from my community to try to get these numbers moving on up the ladder there. I greatly appreciate it. So if we could get the 400 subscribers by Saturday, 400 by Saturday, you'll get to see me in my Facebook uniform once again. So if you want to see me in my Facebook uniform, smash that subscribe button and get it on up there to 400, and you'll get to see me in my Facebook uniform once again on here. Okay. Well, that's enough rambling on about that real quick. Let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now. So let's get the show on the road, folks. You can see there goes that little system there. This is that little system here the Hurricane Center was looking at earlier this week. See, it's done moved on off into the North Atlantic, moving on over toward Europe. So may impact them, may bring some gusty winds and some rain over toward Europe. Here's that other developing system down here that was over the Gulf of Mexico earlier this week. Now it's done moved over Florida, starting to move into the Atlantic. It's gathering a little bit of strength. Also, we got a couple little systems down here kind of need to be monitored just to see if anything happened, but I don't think so. Most of that activity is going to shift off to the northeast. But this little system here near the coast should shift back in over South Carolina and bring a good dose of rain. We may get up to maybe around 3 to 4 inches of rain possible in some locations. So I'm gonna say from 1 to the further west you get, you may get about a quarter to maybe up to an inch of rain. The more central portion of the South Carolina, you're probably going to be around the 1 to 3 inch rain, and more toward the northeast and near the Carolina coast, that's where you may get that 3 to 4 inches of rain. Plus, we're going to have some gusty winds. We may have wind gusts up to at least 25 to maybe 35 miles per hour. Could have a few peak wind gusts, possibly up to 45 hours in some of the heavier showers. And no tropical storm. It's no hurricane. It's just a little tropical low. So just get ready, folks. These systems going to start popping up in the Atlantic here. Close to it's going to be homegrown storms, that is, right near the shore, and move inland wherever they develop. So just want to let everybody know that in the coming months and weeks ahead too. And also I'm expecting maybe some hurricanes to start popping up soon, coming up in June and July. So just want a tropical storm, maybe a hurricane or two coming up in June and July. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the weather radar now. that was a little tropical weather discussion for everybody there, so that way they get a chance to give y'all my intake of what for for the tropics. That is, folks. Okay. Still waiting on this thing to pop up here. Here we go. We got it. As you can see, we got some rain and snow showers over southern Canada and also up here in the northern Maine. There's that little tropical future here off the coast of the Carolinas, already producing some scattered showers, maybe some sprinkles over western South Carolina, also in the ports of North Carolina as well. Down here in Florida, getting some shower activity there off the coast of the Carolinas. Down here toward the Bahamas, Cuba's getting a little bit of scattered activity there as well. Puerto Rico getting a few scattered showers there as well. Hawaii also getting some scattered showers around the island there as well. We got shower and thunderstorm popping up in Texas, all the way back in Oklahoma, also back into Kansas and Nebraska, and also some over in Iowa as well. Also, we got some showers also into portions of Wyoming, also into Utah. There are going to be some popping up in also Colorado as well, and New Mexico. Also, there's a few scattered showers trying to develop in Nevada as well, and also in Washington and Oregon states as well. California, you may get some shower activity there later on this afternoon as well. Also, we got some scattered showers over here just west of Alaska. Got some showers down along the south area of Alaska. And the Guam radar is still currently not working because of power outages on the island. Alright, let's move on to the watches, warnings, and advisories for your location across the nation. You can see we got frost advisory from Maine all the way back into New York, all the way down into northern Pennsylvania. We still had that flash flood watch in effect for portions of northwestern Mississippi. Also over here in eastern Montana, also in the central and northern Nevada. We got some rip current statements along the portion of northwest portion of northern portion of Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota. Excuse me. On that. We still got them area rivers ongoing over here in North and South Dakota. Also got some flood advisories over Texas. Got a few down here in portions of Arkansas. Also over here in portions of, New Mexico, in the ports of Colorado, Utah, Idaho, Montana as well, and also into Nevada. We also have some flood watches and special weather statements for Alaska, and also the central and south portion of Hawaii. Got some gale warnings in your vicinity. Looks a-okay. Alright, move on to the Storm Prediction Center. Time now. So we got some general thunderstorm from the Outer Banks of North Carolina through the South Carolina, down in the northern and central Florida, down toward the Florida Keys, even southern portion of the Louisiana. Also general thunderstorms over here in Texas, back into portions of Iowa, back into North and South Dakota, also back into portions of Montana, Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Utah, and back into Colorado and New Mexico. We got a marginal risk up here in portions of Montana, also in the northern Wyoming, also western North Dakota, and also over here in Colorado, back into Texas, New Mexico, and western Oklahoma. And if you're in the marginal risk, this includes Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas. We in the slight risk areas, we have Hereford, Texas, and Tacoma, New Mexico. That's in the yellow there, in the yellow slight risk area. Alright, let's take a look at the tornado probability for today. We have a 2% down here in southwest Texas. Currently, no major population center is in risk of that area, so that's good news there. The winds, 5% over here in Montana and North Dakota. Also Colorado back into Texas, 15% in Texas, and also right along the Texas and New Mexico border. The 5% include Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas. And the 15% include Hereford, Texas, and Tacoma, New Mexico. The hail probability for today, 5% generally back in North Dakota and also back into portions of Montana, I mean. Also into portions of Colorado, back into western Texas and eastern New Mexico, also western Oklahoma. Excuse me. 5% include Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas. And the 15% include Hereford, Texas, and Tacoma, New Mexico. All right, let's take a look at your day 2 out. You can see we have general thunderstorms still going down here over northern and central Florida, down to the Florida Keys, also over the portion of Alabama, Mississippi, and the portion of Tennessee, also into Texas, all the way to North Dakota, all the way back to Montana, Idaho, and Oregon and Washington State, California, Nevada, back into portions of Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. Slight risk extends from West Texas through New Mexico, Colorado, all the way up into Montana, northwest portions of North Dakota. Slight risk up here around Montana into portions of Wyoming. Also over here in portions of West Texas and eastern New Mexico. And if you're in the marginal risk, this includes Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas. The slight risk includes Roswell, New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, Gillette, Wyoming, Hereford, Texas, and Portillo, New Mexico. Let's take a look at tornado probability for your Friday. 2% over here in New Mexico and Texas. And the areas include Roswell, New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, Hobbs, New Mexico, Carlsbad, New Mexico, and Hereford, Texas. The wind probability, 5% in Brown from North Dakota all the way down to Texas, 15% over here in Texas and New Mexico, and also back in Montana and Wyoming. And the 5% include Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas. Also, the 15% include Roswell, New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, Gillette, Wyoming, Hereford, Texas, and Portillo, New Mexico. Let's take a look at the hail probability. Generally 5% from Montana and South North Dakota, all the way back down to Texas, 15% up here in portion of Montana, back in the northeast Wyoming. Also over here in portion of West Texas and eastern New Mexico, the yellow slashed area there is a significant severe weather for large hail. That would include Roswell, New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, Portillo, New Mexico, Tacoma, New Mexico. 15% include Roswell, New Mexico, Clovis, New Mexico, Gillette, Wyoming, Hereford, Texas, and Portillo, New Mexico. The 5% include Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas. All right, let's take a look at the outlook for number 3. This would be your Saturday outlook across the nation. They've got general thunderstorm from the Outer Banks all the way down into portions of the coastal Carolinas, down into central and southern Florida, including the Florida Keys, also northeast Louisiana and Mississippi, also back in West Texas, well through Texas all the way to portion of North and South Dakota, portion of northwest Minnesota, Montana, the eastern Washington State, Oregon, back down to California, Nevada, Utah, and back down into New Mexico. Marginal risk extended from Texas all the way to eastern Montana, western portion of North and South Dakota. Also, the marginal risk include Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas, and surrounding areas. And let's take a look at the probability, 5% from Texas to North Dakota. This includes the same cities, Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Aurora, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, and Amarillo, Texas. Alright, now let's move on to the excessive rainfall amounts across the lower 48. We have a marginal risk for excessive rainfall for central and southern Florida. Also over here in Texas, all the way to Montana. Also western North and South Dakota. Also back over here into portion of Idaho, back into Washington, back into Nevada and California. We have a slight risk over here, portion of California back into Nevada as well, and also a slight risk for excessive rainfall over portions of Kansas and Nebraska there as well. So if you're in these areas here, just be on the lookout for possible flash flooding on your Thursday afternoon. Let's take a look at your day 2 outlook for excessive rainfall. We have a marginal risk for the Outer Banks of North Carolina all the way down through to eastern Florida. Also another marginal risk extending from Texas all the way into portions of North and South Dakota, back over to Montana, back to Idaho, back in at least a 5% chance for some flash flooding in your area. 3, this will be your Saturday outlook for excessive rainfall across the area. We have a marginal risk from Virginia to northern North Carolina, back into eastern Tennessee, back into Georgia. We have a slight risk of excessive rainfall for much of South Carolina and much of North Carolina as well, as that little tropical feature moves inland and produces, like I said, a lot of rainfall. I would not be surprised to see some flash flood watches or flood watches may be issued for the Carolinas coming up maybe tonight or on your Friday. So just want to give everybody a heads up on that. So just give you a heads up here in the Carolinas. Anybody watching in the Carolinas, you might need to watch out because we may be under a flash flood watch or a flood watch. Maybe, it's not likely, but maybe for some flash flooding in the Carolinas here off of that little tropical feature. Okay, we have a marginal risk over here in West Texas, all the way through portions of Oklahoma, back into Kansas, Nebraska, back to North and South Dakota, over here portions of Montana and Idaho, and also into portions of Wyoming as well, and eastern Colorado and eastern New Mexico as well, for excessive rainfall in that vicinity. Okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Got off to a little rocky start, but we finally made it through it. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. And like I said, I need 12 more. I need 12 more subscribers. If 12 more can subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it between now and Saturday. So that way I'll get a chance to be. I can say, hey, I made it to 400 subscribers, folks. Let's make it to 500, and that way we'll go from there. All right. Well, have a great afternoon, everyone. We'll catch y'all back in the next one. Enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next.